Howdy, y'all. So this is a re-record of my video that I shot yesterday. We're going to be talking about how mental illness can actually be a mental strength. I'm re-recording this because I realize I'm terrible at just talking to the camera, and it was just me spewing random thoughts. So yeah, I wanted to turn on this camera and talk to you guys about mental illnesses and how they can actually be used to your benefit. I mean, just in general, mental illnesses arise as a coping mechanism for something that you're dealing with in life. A lot of times they're there to help you out in that present moment, but a lot of times they prevail over a long period of time. And after a certain point, having that coping mechanism doesn't help you in whatever situation you are now. I wanted to give kind of an anecdotal example. So for me, I have a lot of anxiety. I've always been an anxious person my entire life, and I could never do something or perform an act without preparing first. And this kind of also leads into my own tendencies of perfectionism and how I want everything to be done right the first time. Whether that's homework that you're turning in, or whether that's a test that you're preparing for, or if it's performance that you are rehearsing for. For me personally, I can't just riff. I can't just improv. I can't just go out there and wing it. Like that's one of my weakest strengths. That's one of my biggest weaknesses. Even right now, I'm editing this video so that you guys can't see how many pauses I'm taking or how many uhs or likes that I'm taking out of my speech because I'm so bad at just riffing at the camera. Right now, my anxiety is kind of hurting me, right? But with that being said, I also believe that my anxiety is what's helping me build a business. Someone like myself with the perfectionist mindset, I feel like they try to consider every single little thing, every single detail to get to the vision like that's in their head. I feel like my anxiety helps me find those details. And that's why I'm saying that mental illness is kind of like a strength because with building this business, there's so many things that you have to consider. There's so many details that you can't miss in order to get to the bigger vision. While mental illnesses can give you a superpower like being detail oriented, it can give you a lot of trade offs too. And so I guess that's the caveat of this entire video, right? Like mental illnesses, they can be a strength, they can be a superpower, but only if you address the weaknesses as well. And that's something that I recognize, my anxiety, it does well to help me train, it does well to help me practice, but it cripples me whenever it's time to perform, like right now. And even with the business, like eventually I'm going to have to sell my product. I'm going to have to be good at cold calls. I'm going to have to be good at face to face presentation, my elevator speech, whatnot. And this is kind of my like practice. Me just by myself in my own space, just talking to no one else but this camera, this black lens, and trying to be a charismatic person, trying to practice that. I feel like mental illnesses get a lot of bad rap, obviously, because there's illness tied to the name. But I just wanted to explain how I'm going about turning it, instead of having it as a situation specific coping mechanism, transforming it into a more general and broad superpower that I can use any day in my life. But yeah, if I could keep that part of my anxiety, keep that part where I'm able to prepare, like my life depended on it, while developing this new part of my superpower, which would be being able to perform like I was the most self-confident person in the world. Right now I feel like I'm Naruto and I have my Rasengan, but I'm trying to add a little bit more to it to get to that Rasen Shuriken. That's so nerdy, but you get what I'm saying. This is the start of me developing my superpower, and I just wanted to tell you guys my thoughts because hopefully you guys can see that in yourself and maybe even start developing your own jutsu. Anyways, that was it. See you later.